Night of total terror. Night of the living dead.
Hi, my name is Harry Jacobs, and I'm trying to get to Bravo Base. I've been tasked by Sarah Palin to get this Card Z game over to Bravo Base, and the only thing I'll be carrying in my backpack is a couple of supplies and my wits, and I'm going to have to escape from the zombies that are chasing me to get over to Bravo Base. So once I'm over there, please, hopefully I'll be able to teach you how to play the Card Z, the zombie survival game. If I don't make it, please get this game over to Bravo Base and take on the responsibility that the author has given me. Well, you'll be happy to know I made it to Bravo Base, and here is a Card Z, a zombie survival RPG card game that plays 1 to 2 people in about 1 to 4 hours, and it's 14 plus. And I was not lying about that. I was not lying about Sarah Palin, the president, sending me an email which I just printed out here. It says, "A letter from the government. Congratulations. If you have received this package, you must be surviving the current zombie crisis. Enclosed is a card game designed to help you pass the time learning risk management and proven zombie eradication techniques during this very difficult time. Enjoy and good luck. Sarah Palin, President of the United States." Whew. Wow. And here are the rules. So before we dive into what is under here, I do want to say that this is a prototype. So anything you see here is basically not in its final form. And once it hits Kickstarter and production, the components may change, the artwork may change, and most likely will change. You can see here are the rules, and you can see they are in paper and plastic sleeves. Now, I do have to admit that there is a very nice PDF that I did download on my computer that made it a little bit easier. And we'll be going through the rules as we set this up. And you can see it's for a prototype, really. It's not bad. There are the clips. And the clips go on the cards, and they're there to count ammo and other things that you might carry that has a limited number of uses, like first aid kits or maybe a vaccination. We have our dice. We have our meeples. We have feral dogs. Actually, I'm not even sure if this is a prototype. I'm pretty sure it is. We have our cubes. Yeah, I mean, these are poker chips. And they indicate safe zones, what's on fire. Not sure what the blue is. Though I do know you have to track your inventory. And then there's your markers, which are just pawns. It would be nice if the pawns were a little bit shaped and looked like their characters, but yeah. Here are the cards. Now the cards are, if this is a prototype, and I'm not sure it is. It's actually, these are very, very nice. Yeah, nice. Very, very nice. They've got a good weight to it. They've got a nice feel, which is nice because I've seen some very lightweight or cardboard feeling. So these nice cards. We look like we have some fresh food. Commercial, residential. I'm not sure what these are. Now, I have not read the rules 100%. I've skimmed through them a couple times. I watched the videos, and we are going to go through the rules. And I think this will be a rules video of some sort with some demonstration of the play. Whoops, I just broke the band-aid. There's your zombie cards. So the way zombies work is that we're actually going to take the zombie cards, and you can see Zone 1 and Zone 2 and Zone 3, and you can see a map just below here, and generally these are the different zones. And then what will happen is when we play and pick zombies, we're going to actually cut the deck, and then we will take the number of zombie encounters, like it could be 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to put the zombies in different zones, and then only in the zones where we can actually be seen by the zombies, we're actually going to turn them over and put zombie meeples down for them, and then we will have to fight them. We always get an option to retreat, but remember, if you retreat, you get no loot to reward, and you could starve to death in this specific. And you can see, like, this is this slow-moving zombie. It moves to bites 5. So when it bites 5, you're going to roll a 10-sided dice. If you basically roll greater than bite 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you get bitten. If you get bit, you die. That's as pretty as easy as this gets. So you really want to not get bitten. Anybody who has seen Walking Dead should know about that rule. Don't get bit and be faster than the zombies. Or really, worst case scenario, be faster than your friends who will be zombies later. This is the battle board. Yeah, if I can get it out. It is two-sided, or at least from my understanding, it's two-sided, or we have to, yeah, there it is, two-sided. So slightly different makeups. These are starting zones, so once you clear here, you would put your pawn here or here and go into your rooms. So there's a bit of tactical battle to this, which is kind of neat, because if you look at a game like Maximum Apocalypse, you're really just going to play on the area and then just move on. Here, there's a bit of a tactical play to it. Here are player backspacks. This is a 2-player game, as you can see. And we'll talk more about that. Now, let's just see if we can get this last without killing anything. Again, more okay, so here's residential. So these would be the rewards. So if you go into the house, maybe I found some junk food or normal food. Now, there is a risk with junk food and normal food that you could get sick. And if that happens, it's going to be not good for your digestive system and could slow you down. Obviously, there is a 7.62 Soviet ammunition. I'm assuming that it goes with some sort of 7.62 gun. There's first aid, and there's the clips, as I talked about before. Now, that is not my favorite method of keeping things jocking, but it's functional. There's a tool belt. Let's see you carry more tools, which is good. There's a pipe wrench, weapons. Up there's the AR-15. That probably uses the 7.62 ammunition. Oh, no, it doesn't. 5.56. Sorry. But those are the rewards that are sitting in a residential area. Let's see what else we can find here, because I'm sure we want to see the characters. I do here. Must be on maybe in here. Wounded. Flu, so you can have conditions if you're sick. There's the nerd. So it is suggested we start with the nerd. We start with a zombie survival guy. -2 on an encounter roll with the total with the skill. So an encounter roll is that initial when you walk into a zone, you are going to roll the dice and see how many zombies. There's a significant less risk here when you have a -2. And, if you rolled a 1, you get nothing. And depending on what else you have, you may be able to sneak through. And then here's a samurai sword, an SSG, which I have no idea is, and some junk food. But we also have, let's see here, we have a firefighter, a survivalist, a valley girl, of course, meteorologist, a baseball player, a soldier, a plumber, an archer, a nurse, a punk rocker, a punk rock girl, hunter, police officer, Joe, the gardener, the psychiatrist, old school dad, the handcaster. Looks like there's a police office. Oh, and okay, and that's it for the there. And then we're into, I guess, heroic action. Oh yes, everybody gets a heroic action that you can use once in the game. That's always good. And then there's the residential area. It's two-sided. This side says it's cash, which means we haven't looted it. You can see Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3. You can see Zone 1 is a vegetable garden. I can just bring that up. The little gray areas means they're a fence. So if we go back to the map, that means that the areas are separated. So I could clear the outside, grab some food, and just leave in the garden. Here, there's two areas, Zone 1, Zone 2, that are exposed, and Zone 3 would be in the house. Now, the thing is that on the Reckoning, I think was that, there it is. On the Reckoning, you're going to have to eat food and camp, and if you're outside, when we turn like this, if we are outside, we are going to take some significant disadvantages. A, if we don't eat food, and B, if we're not inside a structure. So it sounds very much like, but that is what is in the box. I think this is a fine looking game at this point. I think rules wise, now I did go through the rules. The video did help immensely. I must say that I hope there could be a few improvements in the rules, but that goes for any game that I ever read. The quality is good. I think for a prototype, it is good. We have lots of zombies. We have fast-moving zombies, slow-moving zombies. It's a little bit more tactical than, say, it's not as tongue-in-cheek, say, as Zombicide. Not quite as abstract as Maximum Apocalypse. But I think it fits nicely in there for people who want to have a little bit more tactical combat. You and your partner are racing across the maps. And the maps, I didn't actually see. Oh, yeah, we showed you the maps. So there's different setups. And let's just see if we can find the rules. There they are. There are some suggested setups for the game. There's the standard setup, the wide setup, and the bridge setup. And there are, as you can see, there's some, you can play with 2 players. And there's plenty of solo scenarios, so there's some scenarios, and you can make up your own scenarios, but there are some scenarios that come with that. And a game like this is very, very expandable. So if this system works, this is going to be a game that could be supported for quite a long time. So we're just going to put all that back, and hopefully I can know where everything was. I don't think it really matters that much at this point. How we packed it, I suppose. Because we're going to pull it all apart again anyway. But that is it for Card Z. I'm very excited. I think I wanted to do this. I would jumped on the chance when Jazz said, "Did you want to do this?" I went like, "Oh yeah," because who does not like zombie games? But anyway, we're going to wait till it's a little quiet here at Bravo Base, and then we're going to set this up, and we're going to show you the setup, and we're just going to go through the first tutorial scenario. I think that's the easiest. We may set up some more complicated scenarios in there just to show you rules that may not come up through the normal play. We're going to try to show you as much of the rules as we can. So just hang in there. We are going to set this all up and start playing. I'll be right back. What you hear behind me is this big sounding beach here at Bravo Base. But we are going to get to this simulation. I'm going to show you how I got from Alpha Base to Bravo Base. But just give us a minute to take care of the zombie problem at the perimeter, and we will be right back. So, here we are. We are in our battle room here at Bravo Base, and this is our Card Z Zombie Survival Simulator. And we are going to show you how I got from Alpha Base, and I am the red pawn here. And you can see we are in the safe zone because we have a white chip here. We have the Bravo over here. You can see some areas that are off limits. So we can go through these off limits, but you can't stay there because they're occupied homes and they don't want us there. They're going to try to shoot at us. We have to try to find some fresh food. We only have some junk food in our backpack, and you can see we have our backpack here, and in our backpack we have our potato chips, which are junk food. They've been around for quite a while, so there's a risk that I could get sick. We have our zombie survival guide that allows us to take a -1 to an encounter roll. And we have, of course, our samurai. So lose on zeros, recover on regroup, and auto-kill zombies at fences. So if we can impale them on the fences, as well as we have our special power that allows us to go berserk. So charge and make up to 3 attacks using the samurai sword. Use once and flip. And you can see, as I talked over, it also is the backpack. And there's the nerd card. Nerd special ability is Zombie Survival Guide -2 on a counter roll. Total with skill. So that means he can also use his Zombie Survival Guide that he's carrying. But because he's a nerd, he spent plenty of time studying the zombie apocalypse that was on us, so he has a good idea how to survive. Us nerds, we will survive. In our backpack space, we are allowed to have 3. Even though it's a 1 carrying cost for a backpack, we can carry up to 3 weight. And then here we can have 2 more. Now the samurai sword is actually 2, so he can't fit in that backpack. So we can fit 1 more in our hand and 1 more thing in our backpack. So we will try to pick up some, I'm hoping, some food along the way, because the last thing I want to do is be sick because I ate junk food, and junk food has been around for a while in supermarkets, and who knows what's crawling in them. Ew. Anyway, that is the setup. Just to let you know that here is our phase card, and we start at dawn, of course, and then we go through the day phase, the night phase, and then the reckoning. So when we hit the night phase, we best be in a house. So because we're going to have to clear a structure. So with that being said, let's get started. There we are. So at the beginning of our turn, it is dawn. It is the brand new day, and we are simulating myself here at Alpha Base. And the first thing we're going to do is roll for the weather effect, and it is heavy rain. So during the dawn, there is heavy rain. Range is -1, -2, and -3. Fortunately, we carry a samurai sword, so we do not use a ranged weapon. Hopefully it'll clear up for us through the day, as it predicted. Day is looks like it's going to lighten up and it's going to be clear by nighttime. Phew, that's good. We're going to have to take a look around and try to map out our best way of getting somewhere. And I'm not sure I want to go to the church. I think I've got everything I need to get here to Bravo. I don't want to waste a lot of time. Plus, you never know, what zombies might be there. Now, generally they keep it pretty clear, but I think we don't want to take a risk here. We could go to the pub, but wow, I mean, the pub is a noisy place apparently, and can have up to 4 dice rolls of an encounter. So who needs 24 zombies? But there's a ton of types of loot there, but I think again we're going to avoid that because we just want to get to Bravo Base. So this is looking very good. We have a large house right next to us. So I think that's going to be our first move. We are going to move to the large house, and we're going to see what. So I'm rattling the bag to get the dice out. So So I think what the first move we're going to do is we're going to move to the large house. Now, what all we have to do is, now you can see this is a safe zone. For now, we're just going to go into this sector. As you can see, we have a Z1, Z2, Z3, but they're walled off. So that's good. So when we get our zombies, we're going to put our board right here. We'll put it right here. And try not to destroy the street. So you can see the board here. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll for a 2 dice plus 2. But I think I'm going to, that's a pretty heavy encounter. So we're going to get -2 because that's our normal one. And we're going to use a -1 here. So that's going to give us -3. So we are going to go 2 die -3. So that is going to be 9 there's going to be 6 encounters here. So we take our zombie horde deck. I'm going to cut it right there. And then I'm going to deal out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have a zone 1 and zone 2. We have 3 in zone 1 and 2 in zone 3. And I'm like going, I am just, 3 is, there's only one of us. So I am going to use my retreat. So each turn I may scout a location, which I just did. If this is too much for me, I'm a nerd, man. I am running. So I am out of here. So I am going to run to the nice house. And but the bad news there is I've used up my dice rolls, which probably what I should have done, not use them, but I was really hoping to do something nice there. But it's so we are now taking a risk here with 2d6. So this game may not last long, and then I won't be simulating the run so much. So again, I'm just going to give these a shuffle. We are going to roll our dice. Now we're really hoping for some low numbers. So we have 6. So let's put our board over here. We're going to cut right there. We have a zone 3. Oh, there's a zone 1. There's a zone 1. There's a zone 2. There's a zone 1, and there's a zone 2. So we're not going to get away with this too easily. So let's take a look at how we set the board up. So I've placed my zombies on the board. We can have a slow zombie here at 1W. We have a regular zombie carrying a loot, and you can see a purple disc saying he's carrying loot. And he moves 2. And then we have a fast zombie. Now we're going to want to take care of these zombies pretty quickly because if we get bitten, most of these zombies have pretty low bites, like especially the fast zombie. So it could be game over for in this simulation as quick as that. So we will get started. We have our 10-sided dice. We have our pawn. Now I am just going to put a little white marker here to remind me that that's where the heck I am. I want to be as far away from these zombies as I can. I'm scouting the area, so the slow-moving zombie is very slow, only moves 1 space, as denoted on our, he moves 1, so he's only going to go there. He's going to move very quickly, so I'm going to have to take him out, hopefully. And this zombie only moves 2, so we could conceivably move here, and then get over here and take care of that guy. So you can see the tacticalness of this combat. we're going to roll our... So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to move... I don't want to move here because he's going to move. And then I could risk a bite. So we're going to move here. And let me see. I could charge. Being a nerd, I don't charge. So what I'm going to do is Samurai Sword. As you can see, it has a kill 3. So basically I have to roll anything greater than a 3. Whew. I am scared here. 8! Ah, yes. The blood splatter is kind of gory, but we managed to take him out. That is my turn. I moved. I fought. The zombies are going to move. Our slow-moving zombie. Our normal zombie. 1, 2. Next move for me is I'm going to run after this zombie. Again, I have to roll an 8. Yes, we're not an 8, but it's a kill 3. We have killed this zombie again. He has dropped the loot, which we can pick up after our fight. The slow zombie goes... I can move up to 3 spaces, so we're going to move 1, 2, and hopefully we are going to roll more than a 3. A 7, we've taken care of all the zombies. So I don't feel there is a need to clear this area. However, there is a garden. If you look at this card very up here, let me just bring it up for you. The little mark there, that's a garden. So I'm going to be able to take 2. We're going to be able to take 2 fresh food, which is excellent. So the first thing we're going to do is pick up our loot. So we're going to pick up 2 fresh food. I don't know if we can carry it all, but we have no sick off. Oh, we got some fish and squirrel, yum, and carrots. We're going to make a weird stew. Now we are going to have to store this, and we get a loot. So we're going to pick up our loot. Oh, and we get a SIG. Oh, Smith & Wesson. Use ammo on melee attacks. Auto kills zombies at fence. It does make noise, so that means it's going to attract attention. So what I'm going to do, instead of using the I will put that in my backpack. So what I'm going to do is instead of using the little yellow clips, I've got I'm going to put this in my backpack. Actually, I'm going to carry it here. I'm going to put red cubes on it, and I'll bring that out in a second and show you what that looks like. I can only carry one of the fresh foods with me, but that's fine. I don't think we're in a bad shape that we need to carry more fresh food than we need. I don't want to be weighed down. And what happens at this point then is I am done with this encounter. It is still not safe here because I didn't clear it, but it's okay because these are behind walls. So at this point we're going to camp for the night. Because it's not, we're just going to camp till the next day for a little while to rest. So we're going to go into the day phase. So we're just going to relax. The zombies are behind the wall. We go, yeah, we're good. We've got some food. We're good. We got some loot. We even got a gun if we want to use it, which is excellent. And then we're going to move over to the small fenced house. This is 2 die -3. So there's an opportunity here, perhaps, to clear the house if we want to really take that risk. So I'm going to put my die here. 2 die +3. I'm going to use my innate ability. Is now we're -5, and we'll leave our zombie survival guide, and this gives us a clear -6. So we are ready. So we are -6 because this is 2 die -3 plus my innate ability is -2 because I'm a nerd. And I'm going to use my zombie survival guide. So we have a -6 here. We have 8. We're only going to pull 2 zombies, which is excellent. Again, we are going to cut the dice. Or cut the zombies. Well, hopefully we will. We will put our zombies back. We have 1 in zone 2. And 2 in zone 2. So this is excellent. So this is an excellent opportunity. Let's just put our marker back because we're here. It's because we're fenced. So let's put our zombies down. And we have a regular green zombie, and he is at 2K, which is right there. And he's moved 2 by 5. And another zombie at 2P, just another normal green zombie. At 2P. I'll just turn them down this way so you can just see them a little better. Now, the way this works is, this is a starting spot as well, which is fine. I don't have to do anything because this is a fenced area. If you look at the small, there's a small fenced area. So we have some guys in this area here, nobody out here, and the fence. And they are active zombies. They're not distracted. So I'm just going to stay there. And the zombies go, Maybe I should use better sound effects. We're going to use our samurai sword. If you've seen Walking Dead as much as I have, we are going to just impale our zombies. So my zombie has come up to the fence. Now, there is a risk that I am going to get my samurai sword stuck in him and it becomes part of the encounter, in which case then I probably will have to use my Smith & Wesson. Actually, in case, let's use our Smith & Wesson. It auto-kills zombies at fences. It does make noise, which is fine because there's nothing other than what we have here. So we're going to use one of our ammo. We shoot the zombie. This zombie dies because it's a Smith & Wesson. Makes some noise. The other zombie moves his to, because I'm staying here. I'm going to use my other weapon. Shoots him again. Another dead zombie. Neither of them have loot, but we have cleared this zone. Again, we have 2 fresh food here. One, which we can only carry 1. And we're going to turn the card over. Well, we're going to look at the residential. It's 6 minus 1, so there's a chance that we're going to pick up some residential loot that might be good, unless I roll a 1, of course. We roll a 5, so we're going to pick up 4. We have safely looted. Now, we should have picked up that for between our turns, because this is no longer safe down here. We're safe here. Let us see. We have 4 loot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we have. We have a baseball bat. Kill 4, push 2. A fishing rod. Wow, that's good if we want to go fishing. We have bullets, which I really don't need. A fishing rod. It'd be nice to have fish, but I don't think I really want it. And I got a samurai sword. So I've got a samurai sword, though the baseball bat might be interesting to use because it has a push as well. So it's a kill 4 push, but I'm a kill 3. I think for now, I am full. I could give up my junk food perhaps for the fishing rod. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this here on the counter because it's loot. I'm dropping it on the ground. What I am going to do is I'm going to drop my junk food as well. I'm going to pick up 1 more fresh food. Why would I want fresh junk food when I can have fresh food? My backpacks are still full. That encounter is over. We are now safe for the day. We are going now we're going to be going into the night phase. So we're done. We're doing the what they call the camping phase. We are not at the reckoning yet. We're going to go into the night phase. Range attacks are -1, but we really don't have to worry about that too much. Now we are going to have to take a risk if we go here. Well, we can always retreat if we have to. So we're gonna have to take a little bit of a risk here. So night, it's clear, but we do have range attacks if we use our range attacks. So we're gonna just move over here. Any safe zone becomes unsafe. So really, what I would have done is picked up it's not safe here anyway. So right now that is we just moved off it, so it's still safe. We have moved over to the ranch house. As you know, we have encounter. It's a 2 dice, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I am going to use my innate ability to -2 plus the zombie guy gives us -3. So with 2 dice -3. Let's really hope. Oh, that is a 10. We are going to draw 7 zombies. Now, if it doesn't work out, we can always move into the next zone. I don't think it's going to give us any better, anything better. But let's just... The screen was me knocking stuff over. Nothing was hurt. So we're going to continue on with our simulator. We are here in the ranch house. We have drawn a 10. -3 is 7. So we're going to bring up our tactical board. We're going to just put that here behind us a little bit. We again are going to cut. And then we're going to go 7. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. And there's 7. Wow, we have 3. We do have a gun. Fortunately, there are walls between the ranch house and here, so worst comes to worst, they're in the house. Though we are taking a big risk here because if we are stuck outside, we may wind up dying, and we certainly don't want to die here. But let's just take a look at our 3 monsters. We have a fast zombie on 1V. We have a slow zombie on 1T. That's not too bad. And a regular zombie on 1H. So that is the setup of our board. For me, again, I'm just going to put a marker down so I remember that we are on the ranch house. It might be easier for us to, probably going to want to clear zone 3 to go inside afterwards. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to come here. We have a fast moving zombie. I'm scouting the board and he moves 3. 1, 2, 3. So we certainly don't want to move here. We're going to want to move here first. So the first move I'm going to make right up to our regular old zombie. And we are going to roll our dice. Of course, it is a kill 3. So we're going to roll our 10-sided dice. And we have a kill 3, of course, on our samurai sword. We rolled a 5, which is good. We have killed our little zombie here. Our slow-moving zombie moves 1. Our fast-moving zombie goes 1, 2, 3. We move just slightly over to here. We're going to roll our dice again. We roll a 7. We have killed the fast-moving zombie. Our slow-moving zombie. We're going to move up to our slow-moving zombie. We're going to roll our dice. Anything 4. Oh, that was close. Wow. He might have tripped and I just took the top of his head off. And then that is it for this round. And then what happens is I'm going to clear zone 3. So I'm going to go up here. And we have a infant dependent. So this is a tough choice, a moral choice, because he's going to take up one of my spaces in my backpack. I can take him back to the church. I'm going to have to feed him too, but we have fresh food. So I think for at this point in time, we are going to we're going to camp here for the night. We are inside. These zombies are on the next door. It's going to be a little noisy for the reckoning. So during the reckoning, of course, we are going to have to feed us and the baby, because we certainly don't want a noisy baby. Which we have room now to carry the backpack. Good thing the backpack kind of looks like a baby carrier. I should show you that card right there. There's the infant one. Discarded church for a residential loot. Well, we're not going to kill him yet. He's not dead. I don't want to bring him, but you know, moral says that we have to. These are going to go away. This goes away. These are still here this turn. They're camping in Z3. And now we're back to the dawn phase. The dawn phase is, I don't know what the weather is. It is clear. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. We are now going to take our pawn, and we're scouting out that fenced house. You can see it is another 2. But, you know, it's. I think what we're going to do is let's just see what we roll here. But I believe I'm just going to retreat at this point, because we can scout and retreat. And we'll retreat onto the bridge. And so let's just roll and see how many zombies we do get. Because if it's not many, maybe we will spend an extra day out and see what we can get. Oops. 3, 6. 6, I don't really feel like I want to fight 6 zombies. So we're going to just leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. And we're going to retreat into the bridge. We are a 6-2. Now I am going to use my innate ability to -2, so that's and the zombie is -1. So basically, the worst I'm going to get is 1 zombie here. We roll 5, 5 minus 5. Remember, it's -2, -3. We have a 0 situation here. We have no zombies. Now, unfortunately, there's no cash, and if I had a fishing rod, I could go fishing. But that is it. We are now going to make the push to Bravo base. It is now day. This zone is safe. We can move these zombies. We don't know what these zombies are now, and for all we know, they've attracted other zombies into the area. Oh, the weather is partly cloudy at the moment, but we have the bridge is safe for us. So we are ready to move into the last phase, because during our day we moved from the ranch house, the dawn phase, we've moved here, we've turned into our day phase now. We are now just going to move into our base. We are carrying the infant, but once I get there, we can take a group back to the church and take that infant back to the church. So we are here, but we're going to have to encounter. However, the nerd being the nerd, he gets a -2, plus I'm going to use my zombie survival guy, which gives me -3. Basically, 6 minus 6 is 0, so he is not going to encounter any zombies. 2, he doesn't encounter any zombies. He actually makes it. And that is the simulation. This is how I got from Alpha Base to Bravo Base. So, let us go up and take a look at the some final thoughts on the tutorial. So, welcome back. We are at final thoughts for Card Z. This is a zombie survival game, or I like to call it a zombie simulator. You heard me play a little bit around the game itself and sort of say, oh, I'm simulating what I did and got from Alpha to Bravo. Why not? Have a little fun with it. This is a good, solid effort for a first-time creator. I'm assuming Mikkel is a first-time creator. If it's not, I apologize. This is a good, solid game. Well thought out. It flows pretty nicely, as you saw. Scout, retreat. So you can move across that board pretty quickly. keeping in mind that you're going to leave your zombies behind you and may have to come back and encounter them at some point. Or, worse yet, clear an area, they go away, and then you come back and it's full of zombies again because you didn't clear that last little bit of that area. And, zombies go make noise and they attract other zombies. And there are things in here that, like boom boxes, where you can attract a zombie horde if you want to attack a zombie horde. There are human encounters. You may come across a group of humans who want to do you harm. Fortunately for us, Harry the Nerd, didn't have that issue. Apparently I found some dogs. If you can hear them, I have 6 dogs in the house who are not all of them were barking. But let's get to those final thoughts. First of all, it is a prototype, so component-wise, as a prototype goes, very nice. Didn't have any issues. Everything was functional, well-designed. The poker chips, the meeples, everything you would expect to see in a complete package with a nice box and some artwork. Keep in mind that anything could change between now and when Mikel decides to publish or go to Kickstarter. So keep that in mind when you're viewing my video here. Rules needs a little work. Now it did help. Mikel has a wonderful video out who takes you through that first scenario just as I did. Now I tried to give it a little bit more detail in terms of setup and how it plays. And hopefully that helps you a little bit more with the rules. Hopefully there's some small improvement with the rules, but there is a nice how to play, and now I've just done one, so there's another nice how to play, though there are a little more rules out there that we didn't cover every rule. Anyway, so component-wise was good for a prototype. Rules, as we said, as they were written, not 100% great, but I mean, it is a prototype, and he had the video, so we're good that way. I liked the game. I think it felt a nice little light. So I'm going to call this a filler. Not really a filler. I'm going to call this a lightweight tactical zombie game. I think it's on par with other zombie games. It's got a little bit more complexity, say, than Zombicide, which is, of course, the big player on the block. But it's not got a tongue-in-cheek aspect of it. It does for the setup, like the letter from Sarah Palin. And I would have liked to have seen, maybe a little bit more zombie weirdness out there. But we did. We had fast zombies and slow zombies and things like that. But the cards could have been, maybe a little bit more playful, perhaps. But all in all, the game, solid play. And it flowed. It felt like I never felt like I couldn't figure out a rule. I didn't have to refer to the book. All in all, I think it was good. And so, Mikel, you did a great job. Certainly, if it came to Kickstarter, this would be a game that I would personally back, just for the fun solo aspect of it. It is a cooperative game. It would be great if you got maybe 2 sets and could merge them together and have a 2 versus 2, a little more human encounters, both trying to do the same things and encounter each other and perhaps try to shoot each other. But I think there would be a little bit of balancing issues there as well. But it would be fun to think about that in a future expansion, perhaps. So this is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer. I thank you for joining us. If you like what you saw, please hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell. I hang out on everything board games. Board Games for One, Board Game Revolution, Solo Board Gamers, Solo Board Games, and a number of other sites. Please say hello. Add some comments down below if you have any questions about the game. I will be happy to answer them. And if I can't get the answer, I will ask the designer and get you your answer. If you think I made a mistake, and since it's a prototype and I'm probably the first person who's actually doing this, chances are, if I don't catch it, you're not going to catch it. But this is Harry Jacobs signing off. I hear some zombies at the door. I hear some scratching. And so I'm getting a little bit worried. And so I'm going to go get my SIG, and it's fully loaded. I'll talk to you all later, and hopefully I survive till the next video.